It is the Ron and Fez show. Strange night tonight. Weird vibe.
It's very strange. It feels weird in the hallways. It feels weird everywhere.
I think, the fog was so heavy yesterday that I couldn't see. I'm looking at my apartment, and I'm on the 15th floor. I couldn't see probably 10 yards in any direction.
The weird thing with that fog rolling in is middle of the afternoon. Not usually a foggy time of day.
And then remember when it rained? Right before the rain, all the fog disappeared. All right, NM has just sent us a...
Spy report.
Rough one, Fuzzy. This one's going to be sad for you.
Uh-oh.
Out of the wrestling world...
Oh, jeez.
We lost Lou Thez.
Oh, no!
Inventor of the world-famous Thez press.
Oh, man, Lou Thez.
The
only man who I believe wrestled in 7 different decades.
Wow. He was 86 years young, Fezzy. And still, they said 3 years younger than Hulk Hogan.
Wow.
The current champion of the WWF.
Lou Thez, 6-time NWA world champion. All right. Well, we'll miss Lou Thez. And Wahoo McDaniel went last week.
Well, maybe Wahoo needed somebody to wrestle with, Fezzy.
Heaven needed a champion, Ronnie.
What's that mean?
I don't know, but they sang it when David Von Erich died.
Well, I guess he lost the title then today?
I can't imagine that happening in heaven.
I'm hungry for some Nosh, too. Without Wonder Boy here, I got nobody to talk to about it.
We have no Wonder Boy. His internship is up. And when are we getting another intern? When are we getting Wonder Boy Mark II?
We're going to have one next week.
Please.
Do not let him take the name Wonder Boy.
Al, where's we got that last pizza from that guy we were all excited about? Andrew.
That was Andrew, yeah.
Do we like that one?
I thought it was very good.
That was good pizza.
You want to do that? Because I don't want to think. I don't want to get into a whole long thing here. We know Hard Rock Johnny hates us now.
Okay. I'll get in touch with Andrew and see if he can send some over for us.
Andrew's, does he work there? Or what's his...
No, I thought he just ordered it.
His uncle owns the place.
Oh, okay.
Because
I was thinking this was kind of a roundabout way.
See if he wants to get on the hookup with us.
Okay, I will.
Call him up.
Call a listener and ask if they know where we get pizza. It just seems really out of our own way.
Look, there's going to be 4 producers staring at each other's foreheads.
Oh, yeah.
This is a tough one.
Boy, did you hear? They want pizza. Great, and we're in New York City.
Mikey D just wrote and said he'd help us out. Why is it
with pizza?
No, with everything.
Oh.
We're waiting for the new intern. Mikey D's always there for us. He's the one who lined up that babe the other night, too.
Oh, yeah, for Wonder Boy. Gia, for Wonder Boy's going away party.
She was hot.
And Wonder Boy just clapped along.
Yeah, right. Like a half a retard.
They loving it. Like we took a retard to the zoo.
We get a music box. You ever see a retard with a music box? They couldn't be happier.
Oh, they love them. Any sort of music box and or snow globe.
Snow globes, sometimes they'll actually pretend a TV show is going on for 7 years inside there.
Like there's really a hospital inside it with all kinds of characters and patients and drama going on.
Sure.
And just stare away at it.
Sure.
877-692-1027. Now, fortunately, Ronnie, we will get the food tonight delivered. Here is something released by the Haggerty Insurance Company, Ronnie.
Is that Dan Haggerty? Has his own insurance company?
I don't think it's Grizzly Adams Insurance, but we can check on that.
In case of bear attacks, I want to have some Haggerty insurance.
You need bear insurance.
What they have done is they have released, Ronnie, the top 10 worst foods that you could eat while driving that could cause an accident. The most dangerous...
Oh, I thought just the worst possible foods.
Oh, no.
I was thinking asparagus. I'd never want to eat that while driving.
So this is the 10 most dangerous foods to eat while driving.
Okay, let me... well, I'm trying to think. Foods to eat while driving. I mean, you would say spaghetti, but who's going to do that?
Right.
The real thing, I guess, that you would be on the list would be hamburgers.
Hamburgers?
They have the drive-through.
Yeah, right, exactly. If you're picking it up while you're in your car, you're going to eat it in your car.
Yeah.
Yeah, number 5, juicy hamburgers, Ronnie.
Now, if you have... Oh, that's 5? There's 4 things higher than hamburgers?
Yes.
I'm shocked. I thought that was number 1. Here's the weird thing. If you have hamburgers in your car, you're not going to wait till you get home. you're going to eat in the car. And then also trying to get fries going at the same time.
Yeah, you got to dig into that. And you got to get these things unwrapped, either unwrapped or out of their little box that fast food joints will put them in.
Here's what I do. I always have my chick hold the fries, and I have that big blind fry hand going where I am just reaching out there.
You turn into one of those claw machines where you're just hoping to catch a fry in your grip.
And then she's got to somehow get the fries underneath me. It's so annoying.
Yeah, they list, number 5, they listed as juicy hamburgers, Ronnie.
They're actually calling it juicy.
Yeah.
Because it's dripping on you?
Yeah, so they say a $5 hamburger deluxe could turn into $500 worth of repairs. Especially if it's got condiments, special sauces, or greasy meat juices that are dripping and distracting you.
Here's, let me see, here's Joe. Joe, you're on Ron and Fez. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, Joe.
Hey, good night, guys. Hey.
Yeah,
Taco Bell's Mexican pizza. Try eating those while driving.
Taco Bell also with a drive-thru. I only grab tacos there. I mean, if it was called Mexican Pizza Bell, I'd give that a shot.
Ronnie, tacos, number 3.
Yeah. Tacos not easy to eat in the car. And that's why also I won't go for the longer ones, the Supremes. If you're going to eat in the car, keep them small.
The write-up, the bad write-up on tacos from Haggerty Insurance is this is a food that can disassemble itself.
Right, that's a problem.
It's just going to fall apart on you. So one good bump, and you're turning your car into a taco salad, you're going to be distracted. It's dangerous.
Now, I will say this. I'll never pull out a slice of pizza while I'm driving. I put that on the passenger's lap to burn them until we get home. But I never think, I'm in the car with the pizza, I'm going to pull out a slice now.
The most I might ever do with a pizza is pick at the toppings.
Oh, never. Oh, my God, never.
That's why it's in the car.
If you were brought it back to the party I was at, and some of the toppings have been picked, you'd be pulling pizza off the wall, because I would freak out.
You know my friend the commish?
Yeah.
Her and her husband, when they order a pizza, she'll take a slice and she'll just pick it to death. He lets her have it, even though it's the slice she took, and she's going to eat it one way or another. He just lets her have it for picking apart a piece of pizza.
She doesn't want the crust part? Is that it?
Yeah. So she's just picking everything off bit by bit. So we're talking about the 10 most dangerous foods to eat while driving.
Hey, Roy, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah.
You got 750.
Ah, buddy.
All right, dudes. What about those effing 7-Eleven hot dogs, then?
A 7-Eleven hot dog, first of all, I've never been quite so hungry that I would eat a 7-Eleven hot dog.
Yeah, definitely.
So, no, I'm sorry, Roy, hot dogs and 7-Eleven hot dogs not on the list of the top 10 most dangerous foods.
No dogs anywhere on the list.
I don't see any dogs here.
Should be on the list, man, because I ate one of those while I was driving my Infinity. Oh, my God, I was like I was about to go in the car, seriously.
You're lucky you didn't crap yourself.
I think...
I don't need any 7-Eleven hot dogs. You know what I mean? What is that little broiler thing, that plate they got going? It's like they're cooking with a light bulb, like an
Easy Bake.
Yeah, it's an Easy Bake oven.
Those things, they just spin the hot dogs into eternity.
Here's Alex, you're on my face. Hey, Alex.
How you doing, Ron and Fez?
Hey, buddy.
Listen, how about chili-covered fries?
I can eat chili fries. Maybe in L.A., in San Diego.
Alex, chili comes in at number 4.
Who the F would eat chili in their car? Not even a chili fry like Alex said?
No, this just says chili.
That's ridiculous.
So I don't know. I'm going to have to check this. Someone check the article for me. See if these are these accident-causing foods. Like when the police officer says, "Why did you drive into the ditch?" Well, I was enjoying chili.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Chili, I would only eat once a year as it is. And that has to be in one of those pots for 6 hours.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Yeah, that's more like a football game food.
Yep.
How we doing there, Rory? What's the story?
I'm trying to get in touch with Andrew, but I've tried both of his phone numbers. Can't get in touch with him.
We're gonna have to
so we can't get a hold of Andrew, and there's no other way to find pizza in New York City.
No, we can get other pizza, but just not that,
The place was over on 3rd.
Right.
Do we know the name? You finally saw me and Fez happy. No one wrote it down. I hate to take it out on you because it's really all Al Dukes' fault.
Let me see if I'll try to find it.
Do your best.
Actually, I don't want to wait all night, though.
Start running up and down 3rd Avenue.
It starts to take us half an hour to get it delivered, and I'm going to be freaking out.
I'll be freaking out. If I don't get a pizza delivered.
Hey, Dennis. Oh, we missed you. Hey, Mike. Mike, you're around at Fez.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, what's up? Big Bloomberg card, 11345.
Not a big ass.
Yeah, I was wondering, is Philly cheesesteak on the list?
Well, you know, the problem with Philly cheesesteak is it's not really available around the country.
And not on the list.
Yeah. Although it can be pretty messy if you get the peppers and onions and everything in it.
Oh, yeah, it's one of those dripping sandwiches.
Yeah, it's a dripping sandwich.
That they put on the warning with the burger.
But not everybody does it. Oh, I got one, Fez, I was thinking.
All right.
Any kind of breakfast sandwich.
Ooh, that's a good one. No breakfast sandwich.
Damn.
No breakfast sandwich that I'm seeing here.
Because in the morning, who wants to really sit down? You've got to eat on the run. Hey, Andrew.
Hey, boys.
Hey, Andrew.
Hey, listen, I have a bread route. I eat 2 meals a day. In my truck, there's nothing I won't eat while I'm driving. I'll eat pizza, oatmeal, soup. It doesn't matter.
Starving. All right,
Ronnie, Andrew actually mentioned one of them.
Oatmeal?
Soup? Nope. Soup.
All right, that's actually sick. I mean, I understand Andrew's on a schedule, but most of us can pull off the road to eat some soup.
Ronnie, soup comes in at number 2.
No effing way.
The second most dangerous food to eat while driving.
All right, Fezzi, I know that you're a soup fan.
Yes.
Do you eat soup in the car?
I would never eat soup in the car. How could you eat soup in the car?
How is
it possible?
How many soup-to-go places are there, except for in the city, where you're going to stand there and eat it?
The logistics of it, you've got to hold the container of soup, you've got to hold the spoon, and you've got to hold the steering wheel. You're a hand short somewhere.
Maybe there's just a clear broth that you can just drink straight out of the cup. All right, now, Pez Goon is saying that McDonald's offers Campbell's soups in certain areas. What areas, Pez? Where's this mythical land where Campbell's soups are available to everybody?
You want soup with that?
Hey, Jeff, you're on Run Fez. Hey, Jeff.
1621.
All right, hold on. By the way, send Rory back in here. And send everybody in. Send everybody in at the same time.
Oh, this is going to be good.
Jeff, you're on Run Fez.
Yeah, 1621.
Yeah, buddy.
I deliver Chinese food. And when I get hungry, I take some from the store. It's kind of tough. Trying to eat the Chinese food.
I would never eat Chinese food in the car. That's almost inhuman to me.
Maybe an egg roll.
Yeah, an egg roll you could eat. But I ain't going to open up the car with a pair of sticks. All right, I'm looking over the cast of characters here, Fezzi. The Brain Squad from Hawk, Rory, Billy, the Tenacious C and Al. And you know Fez and I are hungry right now. And you know that we're desperate. At this point, there's a lot of desperation. Look at Fez's face. All right? You see the panic in his eyes.
That's a face of hunger.
I got to read on the instant feedback from R.J. Cooper. Hey, why not just send Billy out for Two Boots Pizza? You know we love Two Boots.
Oh,
you
it's
know
so
this.
good.
But not one person will step up when you see us starving?
I yelled, just grab it from any place. Just get pizza.
Get him, Roddy, get him. Hit him with your bat, Roddy.
You know what's going to be?
What? Oh, the big clothesline. Oh, my gosh, Stan Hansen lives. Oh, the big, giant forearm across the chest. Al is down. He went into a wall. The big.
We're sitting here talking about Two Boots, the finest pizza ever brought to this nation. And you're saying get it from anywhere?
The big lariat takes out Al Dukes. Nice.
I know you guys are starving. So I just said to get it
That
from
doesn't
anywhere.
mean I want Domino's.
Are you running one? Why are you so out of breath?
I'm throwing around.
All right, Billy, because you should know better, I want you to call and work out a situation with him.
Okay.
All right?
Give him a call right now.
A situation.
Take care of that. And why does it have to sound like Hannibal crossing the Alps with elephants when Billy leaves the room?
Hey, one clothesline and the guy goes down.
Oh, man, he went right out of his shoes.
This doesn't make Joe Poo look so tough.
He went right off his boots.
What's that even mean?
What is that?
Billy leaving the studio.
Oh, get away. I can't even look at you tonight.
That is the worst ever. Why does Billy leaving sound like bongo drums?
Well, let me hear it again. That's not Billy.
And he doesn't leave that fast.
Thank you, R.J. Cooper, for making some sense around here. Try to remember the kind I like too, Fez. I can't remember.
All right.
Because, it's got a character's name.
I think you like Newman.
Yeah, all right. Newman, and I like something else. I think like Mom's Mabley or something. I don't know.
The Big Maybell?
Newman for sure, though.
All right, I like Cleopatra Jones.
The actor?
Me and Cleopatra Jones.
You got a thing going on?
Check that out. See if anything looks familiar to you.
I just see a big picture of Dr. John on here, too.
That's the day tripper, I think. Or night tripper, whatever they call it.
Ooh. The Mr. Pink looks nice. Marinated chicken.
They're selling food and putting Dr. John's picture on it.
How are they not getting sued? All right, what is the Big Mabel, marinated chicken, pepperoni, and fresh garlic on a white pie? That sounds good, too. I'm either good for the Newman or the Mabel.
I want a Cleopatra Jones.
I'm serious about it.
Damn it.
I want to hear the situation that our own Bill's working out.
We'll see how he's doing with that.
Where are we? How many of these things have we picked?
All right, well, we're talking about Haggerty Insurance. They put out the 10 most dangerous foods to eat while driving. So what we've got actually running is number 5, hamburgers. Mm-hmm. Number 4, chili. Number 3, tacos. And number 2, hot soups. We're still looking for number 1 and the bottom 5, 10 through 6.
Jeez. Hey, Anthony, you're on Mount Fez.
Hey, Anthony, what do you got, buddy?
PS holder 173.
All right, buddy.
Donuts.
Donuts, my friend Anthony, comes in at number 8.
Woohoo!
Donuts is something I'll eat before I get home, especially if they're hot.
They're listed as jelly and cream-filled donuts. As the center oozes out, people are distracted away from the road. Yeah.
Just panicking.
They're not looking at the highway. They're looking at what's dripping.
Josh, you're on Mount Fez.
Hey, Josh.
Hey, gentlemen and ladies.
Yes.
Ron, Peg, Joe, sushi.
We're not going to talk to you if you're going to be nasty like that. We're more than kind to you and welcome you on our show.
John, you're on Mount Fez.
Hey, John.
Yo, what's up? I live in Terrytown, and your mystical land of soup at McDonald's does exist over here.
It's Terrytown, Ron.
I can't believe it. It must be like heaven. What kind of soups are they selling at McDonald's?
Yeah, what's on the
they
menu?
got chicken noodles, they have the cream of broccoli, and they got this other soup of the day, and they sell them in little bags, and they give it to you.
In bags?
Yeah, $179.
A soup bag?
It's a soup bag, bro.
It's like, they're so weird with that because they'll sell salads in a cup.
So what are you supposed to, how are you supposed to eat a bag of soup?
Man, I have no idea.
You can't put it down on the table.
It's like astronaut food at that point. I can't have a Ziploc full of soup.
All right, John.
All right, brother. See you.
Appreciate it.
I mean, I might have it with a tang. And just honestly pretend that I'm on the moon.
That's Terrytown.
It's Terrytown. How's Billy making out? Because I hate to throw another lariat.
He's calling right now.
Hold on, how long does that take?
He's got the number. It's on the menu.
Hey, Hayden. Hayden, you're on Mount Fez.
Hello, Hayden.
I'm freaking starving.
Cardholder 258.
Just get it from
How about an ice cream cone?
Oh, yeah, I have eaten ice cream cones.
You know, ice cream cone, it seems like you'd always eat that in the car because you got to eat it. It's going to melt. It's not on their list.
No.
I know. Tell me about it.
Here was a weird thing. I remember being a little kid, and my dad was obsessed with the fact that he didn't think I could eat a cone properly because he wanted me to lick it harder and all the way around. I guess I was going from the top. Like I was sipping a Big D. And he would always grab my cone off me and just start manhandling it. I don't want to. After you've licked the whole thing all the way around, now you hand it back to me?
I don't think I've ever had a cone drip on me. I just bite right into that ice cream.
Oh, I don't bite ice cream. I can't. You bite with your teeth?
Yeah.
No, I would die. I literally... That would be how I would...
What killed him?
I would tell the Russians where the tanks were if they made me bite directly into ice cream. Chris, you're on Fez.
Buddies.
Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Be our buddies tonight.
Chicken McNuggets with some sweet and sour sauce. Recipe for disaster.
Yeah, I bet that one is.
The McNuggets, not on the list.
Yeah, I said... Yeah, that is...
Yep.
Chris, that should have been number one.
So the way Haggerty's Insurance did this, their research team has rated common foods eaten in cars according to the degree of distraction, degree of difficulty in eating them with only one hand on the wheel, and the food's popularity. So they've combined popularity, difficulty, and distraction all together.
Here's Jim. Jim, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, guys. How's it going?
Cool in the gang.
How about good old-fashioned cup of coffee?
Ronnie, cup of coffee? Numero uno.
That's it.
Number one.
Not a problem. Every idiot gets a cup of coffee, hits a bump, spills it all over his crotch, and rear ends somebody.
Now, don't you have the lid on the coffee now? You just suck out of the...
The lids never get put on right. They're always crooked, and they always spill.
Another thing, don't you have a tendency, if something comes up, you squeeze into that coffee and the lid pops anyway?
That's it. It's physics. Physics will get you every time.
And if you're adding stuff to your coffee, you got to take that lid off, and you're not getting it back on right.
Exactly.
I know. Billy, what are you over here telling us?
The pies are ordered. I'm going to pick them up. They're all set.
They're taking care of?
They're taking care of us.
You need some cab money?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Because I want the cab staying and rush them back. All right, so don't go leaving too quick.
Which store are you going to?
I'm going to the one at 37 on A Street between 2nd and 3rd.
A Street, over on okay.
Yeah, the others
Village.
The closer ones were closed.
Yeah,
because Rockefeller Center, I think that closes real early.
And Grand Central already closed also.
Oh, yeah, good point. All right, so we're going all the way to A Street. It's well worth it, though, because it's the finest pizza in the world. What kind are you getting us?
The three you ordered, the Big Maybell, the Newman, and the third one, I believe, was...
You better have it right.
Cleopatra Jones.
Yes. All right.
So, because you have a tendency to F up Fez's S. I noticed.
Have you ever noticed that?
Not the
that
food.
If there's a screw up on the food, it's usually mine?
Well,
I did notice.
I've noticed, trust me.
All right, that's a 20. That's not for rock, it's for cab.
Gotcha.
Don't they have good sodas? Maybe I like a nice good soda in there.
Cream, black cherry.
Like a Boylan's?
Yeah, like a nice Boylan's. Maybe a black cherry or an orange. You know, why am I constantly drinking Cokes? You know, am I married to Coke? No. Billy, answer me.
No, I don't know. I think it's time for a change.
Was there a wedding where I sat down with a Coke can and the two of us got married?
I take this can.
Fezzy, would you do me a favor and be the best can at my wedding?
I would love to be best can. I am honored.
I don't know where this got into your mind, Billy. You have some sick, twisted dreams that I have a Coke tattoo. Maybe I'd like to break it up. Fezzy, would you like a Boylan's?
Yes, I would like a black cherry Boylan's, please.
One black cherry and one black cherry / orange.
What did you do? You just fell off the console while you were writing.
What? Make sure I get black cherry, too. I don't want to be the only guy with an orange around here.
How the hell did that? He's writing on the countertop. The pen, the paper, and Billy all go off the side.
You know, Billy, I noticed something else about you. You never take Gal down. You're not one of us anymore.
I never get the opportunity.
Yeah,
I would
the
love
opportunity
to take
is there.
down.
You ought to do it as a surprise sometime. All right? When we least expect it, you can burst in the room and you take Gal down. I don't want you signaling. I don't want you asking me before the break.
Don't type anything in on the screen.
I don't want him to know it's coming.
Billy Staples sneak attack.
Oh, I love
it. Or whatever.
I have a feeling he's going to forget. He's going to be thinking, what do I get Ron in the Coke can for their marriage? Well, I ain't married to a Coke can, Billy. I like an occasional Boylan's.
All right?
You got it. I'm on my way.
And don't forget, you have an assignment now.
Oh, I can't wait for it.
Right. There goes the chip.
He will never remember.
You give a dope addict $20, that's it.
Oh, it's just gone.
Yeah. And he'll turn that $20 into a small rock and a BJ. That'll be from a guy.
Now he's all excited again. It's Monday and he's manic.
He is manic. Who's his doctor? Dr. Frankenstein? Feeding him that stuff.
Tighten the bolts on his neck. All right, so with the insurance thing, we got the top 5. Actually, we'll go ahead and give out the entire top 10. We'll pull the curtain back here.
Oh, good.
Because I know everyone was at the edge of their seats. Number 10, Ronnie, chocolate.
Chocolate? Who can't eat chocolate?
Whatever you touch, the chocolate's going to smear, and it's going to distract the driver. Your instinct, according to Haggerty Insurance, is to clean up the chocolate mess instead of watching what you're driving.
How? You can't eat chocolate quickly?
It sounds like there's 4-year-olds driving, Ronnie, that are just bathed in this chocolate. Number 9, soft drinks. I guess that goes along with having to open the can, open the straw, open the bottle, whatever.
How can you not drink it? That's ridiculous.
Number 8, we mentioned this one, donuts, especially jelly and cream-filled donuts. Number 7, Ronnie, we did not get this one, fried chicken.
You know what? I want to go back to, first of all, fried chicken. Oh, well, I guess bucket of chicken, right?
Yeah, the whole greasy finger bit.
Yeah. I never eat a jelly donut.
Really?
It just doesn't happen for me.
I love a jelly donut.
I like jelly. I don't think I like the kind of jelly they have in a donut. And plus they get those are all that lame powderedness on it.
Yeah, they're heavily powdered, and then they're like raspberry or blueberry or strawberry jams inside. I don't think you ever get a grape jelly donut. And a jelly donut, they ever put just regular grape jelly in it? I don't think so. And usually those jellies, those berry jellies, they tend to sting, but I love them. They'll burn your throat. So number 7, fried chicken. Number 6, Ronnie, barbecue. Anything barbecued. Don't eat ribs in the car. Number 5, we mentioned hamburgers. Number 4, chili. 3, tacos. 2, hot soups. And the number 1 most dangerous thing to have in the car to eat while driving, coffee.
I don't know why you can't pull it up. Hey, Mike, you're on the fence.
Hey, Mike.
That a big ass car total, 1143.
But
What's going on, well, I was thinking we have magic mushrooms. Aren't those pretty dangerous to eat and drive with?
I've done it before, have you?
I've tried. I couldn't really find the keyhole, though.
Hey, Mike, you're on the fence.
Hey, Mike.
That a big ass car total, 1143.
But
What's going on, well, I was thinking we have magic mushrooms. Aren't those pretty dangerous to eat and drive with?
I've done it before, have you?
I've tried. I couldn't really find the keyhole, though.
It is, there is times, man, there is nothing scarier than driving on any kind of hallucinogens. And I think anyone who's actually tripped before has done it. And, man, things can happen like you won't believe. I stopped when I saw a tree one time and tried to read it.
Tried to read the tree?
Tried to read the leaves, yeah.
Ever figure out what it was saying?
No, but you're so effing close.
Yeah, that's the problem.
When I see patterns, no, you used to be an acid head, right, Roy?
Not acid, just mushrooms.
You like mushrooms?
Boy.
I used to love shrooms.
Stuff to drive on, though, right?
Yeah, I would barely do it. If I ever did, it would be, I'd be driving 5 miles an hour down the road just because I couldn't, see the road clearly.
That's good to know.
But I made sure I didn't do it that often unless it was an emergency.
What's the weirdest thing you ever drove on?
Probably shrooms. Yeah, definitely shrooms.
Definitely shrooms, frame man.
877.
I drove on everything at one time or another. I never had a problem with it.
I usually just did it so late at night, I didn't need to go anywhere and just pretty much just passed out.
Well, my thing was, I was literally so paying attention then. That, man, I'd actually yield for an ant going by. I could see everything. I could feel cars coming around corners. I was in touch. It's not when you're drinking, you're out there, hey,
Yeah, that's when you're distracted.
You're feeling overly confident. You're tripping. Your ass is slowing down. Here's Maurice. Maurice, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Maurice, what can we do for you?
Out there.
Hey, buddy.
Big ass card holder. I haven't got my card in 3 months, even though I applied.
Go ahead.
I was so tripped up on acid once. I was looking at a blinking red light, waiting for it to turn green.
Blinking red light? You were hoping...
Waiting for it to turn green. 10 minutes there.
Eventually, you got a thing.
That's it.
All right, that's it. Here's Jeff. Jeff, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Jeff, what do you got, buddy?
Yeah.
I got a story. My friend, it wasn't me driving, it was my friend driving. We smoked a lot of pot that night. We did not know it was angel dust. So my friend's shaking the whole ride home while driving. All of a sudden, I'm just being a scumbag. I yell, stop. And he stopped, and I went, in the name of love. And he just starts shaking and gets out of the car. He thought like we were going to get into an accident. He just flips out and just gets out of the car and leaves us all in the car.
That dust is so scary, man. I don't know how it ever even got popular.
That's always nice when you just abandon the car.
Sure. Leave the car behind. Our friend Flathead won some kind of trip from working in sales, car sales, out to L.A. where they actually give him a car to drive around.
Nice.
As soon as he gets there, he's there like a half an hour. He buys some Sherm on the street. Hits a sign. Goes right off the wall thing and hits a sign. 30 minutes into his free trip to L.A., free hotel, all because he won the big Glenn Ross. Here's Brian. Brian, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Brian.
Ron and Fez.
Yeah.
What?
What's up?
What can we do for you?
6 hits of acid on my way back from school. Couldn't figure out how to use the knobs and where to put the key.
All right, let me ask you this, Brian. What the hell are you doing 6 hits acid for?
Oh, why not?
I mean, you're only going to get so high, and all it's going to do is make your trip longer.
It was when I was young. You had to figure out how many you needed to get, completely retarded.
Yeah, sure.
So, 2, 4, 6.
I never would like to play that with acid. Even 2 hits of acid to me was just a frightening prospect. And, me, Fuzzy, I wasn't slowing down much then. Here's actually one of my scariest acid stories. A friend of mine was selling acid. And it was like that orange blotter acid. So he was taking it and putting it in foil. He had sheets of it.
Right.
And like 1,000 sheets, and he was putting each little piece in foil. And as he's doing it, the orange is getting on his hands. And he's just counting it up, putting everything together to take it to sell. All of a sudden, he gets hit with a wave. He starts tripping. It went through his skin, his fingertips.
Oh, man, he absorbed it.
He's tripped for 2 days on it.
Oh.
Now, the scary thing is there. How do you know you're coming back down once you're hitting a 2-day thing and you didn't plan? I mean, me personally, I needed to really, really plan things out. Here's Pat. Pat, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Pat.
What's up, guys?
What?
Dude, I got the story that I used to eat mushrooms, and it stopped me from doing it. Just sat down, ate probably about an eighth of them, and then my friend decided it'd be a good idea. Let's start smoking them. So we go out,
Crazy.
try to stop at a 7-Eleven, and I realize I'm not wearing shoes. So, make a long story short, I start bugging out because I got that, the sign, like, no shoes, no shirt, no service.
Right. Sure.
I get so bugged out, I'm not wearing shoes. Dude, I can't go in. They're like, no, it's okay, no, I'm not wearing... Feet, right in front of the store.
Yeah, that's always bad.
Yeah, no good, man.
Here's the worst thing. When you're chilling, you're having a great time, and then your friend becomes Mr. Whack Dog, and you have to stay with him. You try to convince him, go with it. Let's have a little bit of fun here. Let's enjoy ourselves. In the meantime, he's, saying that no one can possibly breathe. He's got, he's starting to feel the different molecules of oxygen.
Man, it was the scariest thing that ever happened to me. It was so scary, as if an axe murderer walked through your front door. I was so freaked out.
Yeah, right. There's only a certain amount of fear that the body can possibly get, and you can actually get that on acid. One time, I was, and it's just an awful thing. If anyone out there is young, please never do this. It's just ridiculous. But I was tripping so bad that I said to myself, if I go to sleep, I'm going to feel fine, right? And I I get down in my underwear and I'm laying in bed and it's like only 9 o'clock at night.
Sure.
And there's no way I'm going to sleep for days. And the fear was just on top of me. It's just like when fear is a physical thing that wraps around you and hugs you. You don't know why you feel it. It's just there. And you can taste it. You can taste each drip and all. And I go, I can't stay in here. I have to, get out of here. I get up, I put my pants back on. I feel this sharp pain that I believe that something had sliced through and had taken my leg off. And I'm just so afraid. My comb had dropped into the leg of my pants.
Oh.
And I couldn't deal with the fact that there was a small amount of discomfort. I mean, it was a plastic comb. But to me, the slice had hit so hard, I was losing my leg like Jaws had me. Speaking of drug addicts, we got our own Billy the phone freak. Billy the phone freak. Talk about flipping back. Billy Staples. Billy. Hey.
Yeah. Hey, guys, 57th and 3rd, heading down to Two Boots. Got my cabbie here, Martin. Going to take me down, wait for me, and bring me right back.
How can you be 57th and 3rd? We're on 57th.
We're heading straight down 3rd. We're cutting across now. We're all set there. You're talking about
all set. You left us 15 minutes ago.
There's a lot of traffic by Carnegie Hall, but we're past that, and we're blowing it now. We're making steam.
Are you blowing?
What do you mean you're blowing it now? Is that how you... See, you kept Ronnie's 20, and you're earning cab fare a different way, aren't you?
No. Martin, my little cab driver friend, he doesn't go that way. We're not doing that. We're making tracks now. We had a little traffic, but no, it's clear sailing.
So let me guess, you've made great friends with your taxi driver.
Okay.
Billy, I hope you realize, Manic Monday, that you're saying things 2 and 3 times.
Oh, no, I did not realize that, Fez. I'm sorry.
All right, thank you, Billy. See, that's what tripping's like, Fez.
I know.
That's having a conversation with your friend on acid.
So there, any young people listening, you want to enjoy a life of drugs? That's where it gets you, right there, that phone call. Talking like a nut. And saying, we've made it past Carnegie Hall. I should hope so. You left 20 minutes ago, and they're right next door.
All right, we got to take a break. We'll be right back.
Lunatic.
Yeah. We'll hear all your acid stories. I love hearing other people's acid stories. And it's only because, once you get beyond that. This is, for me personally, it's like Vietnam stories to vets. It's awful, but you want to hear them. 877-692-1027 is Ron of Fez.
We're out of Fez. 877-692-1027. Ron Bennington, Fez Wally with you on a Monday.
We got in these acid stories, Fuzzy.
Taking everyone's acid experiences.
Well, we're talking about the worst thing you can drive on. They say coffee in this.
Acid seems to be much worse.
If you're eating acid, which normally is the only thing you can. All right, hold on. We got Billy. Speaking of acid. Billy, you're on Ron of Fez.
Hey, guys, in my Two Boots here at 37 Avenue A. Ben's got our pizzas already. Slight little problem. They only got Boland's root beer.
Boland's root beer, nothing else?
No, that's the only flavor they have.
Now, by that, you mean Boylan's?
Boylan's, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I guess so. I'll take a root beer.
2 root beers, Ben.
All right, that's fine.
He just yelled 2 root beers, Ben.
All right, Ben's getting the soda.
Well, you make like he's at Pop Soda Shop in the Archie comic.
Why are you making friends wherever you go? You're friends with your cab driver, or you're friend with Ben's there at Two Boots?
Yeah, Ben's taking care of us. I got Martin waiting outside. Right, I said, and I'll be on my way out of here in 2 minutes.
Martin.
I want you to tell Ben that that's the best pizza in the world, too, okay?
You got Ben, Ron and Fez, and Eddie W. said this is absolutely the best pizza in the whole world. That's why we came down here to get it. Yeah. Ben, you're the man.
All right, Billy.
All right, guys, I'm on my way back.
All right, I can't wait.
Kiss Ben and get back here as soon as you can.
Boland's.
Bowling root beer.
My Boland's?
He's so excited. Why is everything out of breath? That's what I don't understand. Why getting some sodas out of the refrigerator there, out of the cabinet? Why does that gotta wind you?
How do you get to know everyone's name wherever you go? Where is he, Mayberry? You're in frickin' Manhattan.
Here's the thing. He can't tell you anybody's name here.
No.
He'll go, that girl did something for us.
We're like Tenacious C?
No, the girl.
All right.
And yet now he's moving in with Ben and Marty. The Two Boots Pizza guy and his cab driver.
All right, hey,
so ridiculous.
Here's Mike. Now we're back to talking about acid. Mike, you're on Ron and Fez.
Ron and Fez.
How are you, my friend?
I got to tell you my example of poor planning.
Yeah.
Like, you know how you got to block out some time, right?
Sure.
So you drop the acid bill, but then I ran out of cigarettes.
Oh, see, that's the problem. You don't want to leave the safety. You don't want to leave the safe house.
But I have to drive, right?
Yeah.
So me and my buddy, we get in the car, and I can start the car and start going, but I can't feel the pedals. So I got one foot on the gas and one foot on the brake, and it's like your feet are going right through the floorboards. So I couldn't feel the pedals. We sat there for 20 minutes, not going anywhere.
It's so weird how long time can take. Now, what kind of acid was it?
Oh, I don't know.
Did you finally just give up and go back into the house?
No, we eventually made it.
Nice.
Oh, good.
We eventually made it.
I was glad. I was afraid you'd do the right thing and just go back indoors.
No.
What am I going to go?
I totally relate to the thing. We need something to smoke and drink. You're trying to bang on anything just to mellow out, but it ain't going to happen. Here is Michael. Michael, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Michael, what you got, buddy?
Hello.
Oh, here's another thing. I have to have music, too.
Whoa.
I have to be surrounded by music.
Yeah, you got to have that just prepared.
Yeah, Michael.
Yeah, what's up, buddy?
What can we do for you?
Ron and Fez, 2333 here.
All right.
Hoo-ah! Yeah, well, this is the last summer on June, right? Excuse me, I'm eating a little here.
Now I'm starving.
I got the lettuce and tomatoes with the French sauce.
Go ahead, buddy.
Yeah, we're driving. We're over there by East New York, by Pennsylvania. And my friend stops. I told him I have to urinate. That's why I told him I don't want to stop here. Let's find the open, a store. It was late. So it was like telling me, nah, there's no store open this late. I had piss. And then I stopped.
We can't keep you on the air.
Has he come down yet?
How many times have we had to dump out? Here's Richie. Richie, you're on the Fez.
Hello, Richie.
Hey, guys. How you doing?
Good.
First of all, thank you so much for bringing back some good memories. And, listening to you guys talk about food, I'm totally starving.
Me too.
I'm with you, Ronnie, in that, when I was doing it, this was, 12, 13 years ago, my friends and I would go out into the city, and I would feel totally in control. And I agree with you. We'd go to blues clubs, listen to good live music, throw back a little whiskey, and it just seemed to work. It was a good combination.
Some people can do it. Some people have the head for it.
It was just, I agree with you. I mean, I would never do anything, though, like take, 6, 7 hits at a time. To me, that's just absolutely unthinkable.
Right. You have to be prepared for it. You have to have your music. You have to have your friends. You have to be with good friends. You don't want to be with somebody who suddenly wants to rob the liquor store.
All right.
Because he might be able to talk you into it.
Nah, I mean, with me and my friends, it wasn't like we wanted to lock ourselves in a cushioned room either. Like, we wanted to go out and hit some bars and talk to people. And the funny thing is, we were tripping our face off.
What were you tripping on?
We would do it on acid and shrooms, too.
Shrooms, it's for me, or mescaline, it's a little more mellow. But if you're with acid, I don't care who you are. I mean, Timothy Leary couldn't plan out his acid trip. Osley still had bad trips. I don't care who you were. No one just does acid indefinitely. Because
I agree with you.
All it takes is the one bad trip, and you'll remember that forever when you start to trip again.
Yeah, it's kind of like going up to the edge and seeing where it is, and then the smart people kind of pull back a little bit.
Right, you got to pull back.
I haven't done it in many years. I have no regrets, but I don't want to do it anymore either. I'm done.
But at the same time, if I get dosed, I think I can ride it out. I don't think I'd have a problem.
All right, good for you.
Hi, thanks, Richie.
See you guys.
Richie likes to explore. He likes to cruise, Fezzy. He likes to cruise out there.
He likes to meet the folks.
Yeah.
877-692-1027.
Bob, you're around Fez.
Hey, Bob.
What's up, buddies?
Hey, buddy.
What up?
Oh, man, I used to eat that stuff when I first discovered it.
Yeah.
I was all excited, and it was real fun. About 3 months later, after eating it every day, realized it wasn't such a good idea anymore.
Yeah, 3 months is...
You start getting that nasty, itchy feeling, like you're trying to get out of your skin.
Yeah, but 3 months...
And then, you have the midnight confession to the parents where you're like, I'll be a good kid again, I swear. Then I stopped doing drugs.
Yeah, all right, thanks. Yeah, you can only do so much, but obviously, to me, that's like a marathon. You know, you can't run a marathon every day.
No, and this guy's going for 3 months.
Yeah. It's a prepared situation. Here's Dave. Dave, you're on Run and Fez.
Hello, Dave.
Yeah, what's up, guys?
What up?
Okay, so I was, it was this year. I was up at school in Providence, and I took a quarter of shrooms and 2 Percocets. Okay, and so I'm driving.
Wow.
We need to go get a blunt at the store, so I'm with my friend Lance.
So you're taking the Percocets to try to, as you're landing.
I'm relaxing.
Yeah, you're going to try to relax it a little bit.
Yeah, okay, so, we go there, and I have a new Jetta, and you know how they have purple lights? So I stop at a stop sign, and I look at him, and I pause, and all of a sudden I scream, like off the top of my lungs. and then my friend next to me starts like, dude, what's wrong with you, man? And he starts bugging out. I think he started crying or something. And then we're like, oh, you know what? Maybe it's a bad idea to do these hallucinogenics and take these painkillers like this. So then, I just stuck to marijuana.
All right, thanks, man.
Okay, good.
Al, I'd like to have people that can at least tell a story.
All right.
And, just actually having the experience is not enough to share it with others. And I'll bring up the same thing in a meeting, in a 12-step meeting. I'll go, hey, by the way, you should be able to, communicate.
Have a little something extra there.
Hey, speaking of which, Fezzy, the new Star Wars, and Billy Staples will love this. I was reading this thing, I guess it was in Time Magazine with George Lucas. You know how he gets in the whole philosophical part of it? This one seems to be based on the 12-step program.
Oh, okay, nice.
Which he says he's a big fan of. So I guess that's the key to the universe is the 12 steps.
12 steps to evil for Darth Vader?
I don't know how he's going to quit. All right, here's Mark. Mark, you're on Ron and Fez. How you doing there, buddy?
How you doing?
Hey, man.
One time, I'm the exact opposite of the guy that goes out. I did a hit of acid, and it was the good stuff on a sugar cube.
All right.
And
what
a hit
year?
of mask.
By the year, what year?
Probably early 80s.
Okay.
And my parents had a bar in the basement.
Mm-hmm.
Spent the whole afternoon crouched behind the bar into a little ball and listened to Hello, I Love You about 20 times in a row.
The same song?
Yeah.
Why? Hidden messages?
No, I just loved it. And then my friend came over.
It's a good album. You leave the whole thing on.
I just had to keep putting it on. It was so good.
Yeah, you get stuck in a loop sometimes, I would imagine.
Oh. Fezzy, I'm going to let you say the name on line 11 because Svet, you're on Ron and Fez. Svet.
Hey, what's up, fellas?
Hey, buddy.
Did we pronounce the name right?
Yeah, you got it.
Cool.
All right.
Svet into the oldies. Go ahead.
Oh, that joke has been old, man. I'm 25 years old, and I've been hearing that since I was 3.
Well, you got to forget Fez. It's the first time he met you.
I've never met a Svet before.
Yeah, it's new to him. And Fez don't normally get to make fun of other people's names.
Go ahead, Svet.
All right. I got a story for you. One night, me and my friends, we dropped a triple dip Jerry Garcia.
All right.
On some blotter paper. So we're on our way out to the video store.
That was the pictures of Jerry on there?
Video store. Picking out a movie is an absolute nightmare. Never thought I could get it. We decided to pick on Yellow Submarine. All right, we'll go with that.
It seems like a good idea for
on the way home, my friend out of the blue just goes, dude, I'm bugging out. I thought I was never coming back from that trip for about 3 hours. It was the scariest time of my entire life.
That's all it takes is for one mother effort to
dude,
say.
I lost him.
Here.
Well, see ya.
That's it. I was with a friend one time when we still had albums. It was just me and him, and we put the music on to try to mellow. And just I'm getting into it, and I'm hallucinating. I close my, I'm actually like almost in a meditative state. I hear this big rip across. Oh! And I'm going, what are you doing, man? And he's like, this is not my album. Someone has come in here and changed it. And I'm like,
oh, gee.
Bro, it's your album. No, it's not. So we ended up having to leave the house. This other guy that we know, like from school, comes driving up, and he's got like real long sideburns, right?
Nice.
The big Elvis sideboards. And he's an Italian guy, and the hair's kind of pulled back. My friend decides that he looks like he's from the Planet of the Apes. Starts flipping out, swinging into the car, and I'm like, this is going to be the longest night of my life because it's just me and him, all right? This is my partner. We got nobody else. Sometimes if you're like with, 6 or 7 people, you can trade off. And these guys can literally, you can have your friend drag you right down. And to hell with them. I was fine And so I'm listening to him going on and on. And then finally, after a while, I'm like, you're right. You know, we're on the Planet of the Apes and someone's switching the albums.
Great. Now you're tripping with Cornelius.
I felt like getting into the car with Monkey Boy and leaving my friend behind.
The worst was I had this one friend who was always paranoid, like to the point where he'd be like looking over his shoulder every 5 seconds. And whenever I'd like do anything with him, I'd be fine and we'd start making fun and be like, dude, you're fine. You're not,
Right.
you know, stop being paranoid. And then all of a sudden we'd be like, did you hear that?
Right.
What was that? What the hell was that? And I would start becoming paranoid.
Because he'll grow on you.
Right. And I could never do anything. I could never, like, you know, do any tabs with him or smoke up because
Right.
I'd start getting paranoid myself.
Yeah, you don't need that.
No, so I just...
Anybody can F with reality at that point.
I had a guy in the back of the car one time. We were driving along. We were driving I-4 through Orlando in Florida. And he was tripping, and we came up on like a construction site, like by an overpass. So they were working at night, and the lights were flashing and stuff out there. He thought it was a huge accident scene, car crash scene. And they had like sandbags and stuff piled up alongside the road. And he's screaming, look at the bodies! Look at all the bodies! And I hadn't done anything, and I'm looking for bodies.
Right, now you're freaked. Here's Maurice. Maurice, you're on Fez.
Hey, Maurice.
We lost him. Here is Greg. Greg, you're on Fez. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, Greg.
Hey, what's happening?
Yeah.
I went out to, I was in high school in Colorado, and we used to get stuck in snowstorms.
What part of Colorado?
Telluride.
Okay.
And driving through a snowstorm on mushrooms is like friggin' warp drive on Star Trek.
Right. Now that seems totally weird.
It's impossible.
Yeah, it is impossible.
And it takes you about an hour to go 5 miles.
You are driving a slow, like people are walking past you.
Clouds passing you.
And what kind of crap mushrooms was this guy doing that he could eat a quarter?
Some of these stories, you just got to figure, all right, we're either talking to total nons, or they no longer have the brain and can remember how to put together a story. Here is Tommy. Tommy, you're on Ron Fez.
Hello, Tommy.
Yeah, card holder 1112.
Hoo-ah!
Yeah, whenever I trip, I always get paranoid that I'm going to forget to breathe. So I would just sit there in a corner and concentrate on breathing.
I have that anyway.
You're just breathing like a dog in the corner.
No, just real slow, deep breath.
Yeah.
I was afraid I'd forget to breathe and die.
Yeah, and that must get you in some kind of a state because you're just breathing like that. That's got to even get you higher.
That's going to make you euphoric, and, just always make sure there's someone there to remind you to breathe.
See, that's the thing. Euphoric you can actually get. I don't care when people go, drugs are not, good for you. Yeah, all right, I'm going to agree with all that. But you'll never laugh in your life like you've laughed on acid. You will literally laugh so hard you'll turn into the laugh. And then finally, somebody, you and your friends will be laughing for 20 minutes, and then somebody will make the bad move of going, what are we laughing at? Oops. And all of a sudden the fun is gone. So you go from that wonderful, just euphoria to complete paranoia. Here is James. James, you're on Run and Fez. Hey, James.
Hello?
Yeah, buddy.
How you doing, guys? Yeah, no, I was going to tell you a story about mushrooms, but you were talking about the acid.
Yeah, either way.
The what?
Any kind of hallucinogen.
First time I ever took it, a friend of mine talked me into it. We ended up going to a bar in Long Island. So we dropped the tabs in the bar, started tripping out. A guy that we worked with was there. He comes over to one of my friends saying that a couple of the guys there wanted to fight him. So he starts freaking out. So I'm like, all right, I'm freaking out now because he's freaking out. So we end up leaving the bar. As soon as we get into the car, must have been a bar fight in the bar. 5 cop cars pulled up behind us. So now we're sitting in the car waiting to leave. So I'm like, all right, what are we going to do? So my other friend says, all right, I'll drive. He's saying he's not as bad. We get on the Bell Parkway. We're going from Rockville Center to Howard Beach. Driving about 60 miles an hour. He's laughing hysterical because he's saying his steering wheel's the size of a Mack truck steering wheel. So now I'm sitting there. Now I'm getting paranoid because he's laughing so hard. He's got tears coming down his face. I'm in the front seat. I'm like, all right, what am I going to do to make this guy stop? I'm like, what time you got to go to work at Monday? He said, as soon as I said it, the steering wheel shrunk to normal size, and he talked straight the whole way home. He's like, all right, I got to be there at 8 o'clock. As soon as you can control somebody, what you thinking, you're fine.
Right. That's what
all right, guys.
All right, say it. But it doesn't mean you can always pull it off. Hey, Fezzy, we got Billy Staples back on. Billy.
Hey, guys, coming up 57th here with 3 hot 2 Boots pizzas, a couple of cold root beers.
And 1 hot cab driver.
And Martin, my cab driver, we're coming up. I can almost see Carnegie Hall in the distance.
Wow, you make it sound beautiful.
Oh, it's amazing. These things smell delicious, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
You know, Ben, great guy down there, but I just want to...
Two Boots Pizza, the finest pizza in the world.
It's so good.
I can't wait to have a slice.
Who said anything about that?
With you being stapled, I don't need to hear all the... Yeah, okay. Buddy.
Now, if you and Martin want to go on another date, we'll be willing to pay for that. He is so close to his cab driver.
Have you ever known a cab driver's name?
Never.
I take a cab at night. I don't know one person's name. I never even get into the conversation. Like in the movie, I can't even find one who speaks English.
I know every day, every cab driver's name is like 8 letters long, 8 words long, and Billy found one named Marty.
Yeah, right. I don't even get one with a vowel. Here's a Bag. Bag, you're around a Fez.
Hey, Bag.
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
Buddy.
What?
Now, Fezzy, do you remember Bag was the name of one of the early characters on Happy Days?
Really?
He was the little fat guy, Bag.
I don't remember that at all.
It was before they, when they were still like filmed.
Okay.
That's me.
Before Fonzie got his leather jacket, he was still in his cloth.
Bag, do you remember him?
That's me.
Yeah, okay.
I tripped on Mess at a midnight show of Song Remains the Same.
Right.
My brother was at a show in other part of town. He tripped also at the same time. We peaked when we got home. I put on the midnight special on Channel 4.
Nice.
And Slim Whitman was on.
Slim Whitman
was on the midnight special?
Was on the midnight special.
Roy just tilted his head because he had no idea what the midnight special was.
Was that Wolfman?
No.
Yeah, Wolfman did midnight special.
There were two hosts. This was after Wolfman.
Oh, okay.
But we both peaked and started cracking up laughing at 1:30 in the morning.
Sure.
Her old lady comes out and says, "What are we doing over here?" We're laughing at her and everything. She's hitting us with brooms. It was the best night. It was the best night.
All right, see you later, my friend.
Later, man.
Terry, you're around a Fez.
Hello, Terry.
Terry down in Frio.
1974 or 5, 2 hits of Brown Blotter and went to see Blazing Saddles with my friends. Well, you know the part where Mongo punches out the horse? I wasn't sure if that even happened. It was crazy. I had to ask people, did you see that? Did you see that?
Did it actually happen?
I know.
You know, I was actually at a party where we watched Monty Python and the Holy Grail over and over and over again.
Oh, nice.
You notice that anytime, if you ever saw a movie when you're tripping, every time you see it, it almost looks like the same thing.
Sure.
As you're tripping. Well, anyway, after the movie, we go out, and we're supposed to get picked up by our friends. 2 hours later, we're in the parking lot, and they're no show. Cop car comes pulling in, looks as big as the theater. And this car looks so huge, so they end up telling us to get out of the lot, we get on the bus. I get on this bus, and all the oil stains and stuff start looking like amoebas.
Sure.
And they're moving around. Get to my house. I walk in the house about 2 in the morning. My God.
Say that, but you went a long way without cursing. We appreciate
I know, I
it.
did.
It was our fault. We let you run with it.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, see you, my friend.
Thank you.
It's a good thing the cop that showed up wasn't the mounted police. He would have tried to punch the horse.
Wouldn't that have been great?
Just like he thinks he might have seen in the movie. 877-692-1027.
I will tell you this. There has got to be something, Fezzy, that we can work out with this asset. It just seems too important that we've done nothing with. Thank Christ there's Billy Staples.
Billy Staples in the building.
World record time.
How do you figure? I'm going for an hour and a half.
World record time? He always thinks he's in the Olympics.
These root beers look good. I wish I would order a 6-pack. So they were happy with us down there, Two Boots?
Couldn't be happier. Maybe
this needs to be a new relationship.
What Two Boots were you at? The one on Avenue A?
37 Avenue A. Compliments of Ben.
Thank you, Ben. Two Boots rules. All right, we're going to start digging into this.
I don't want Billy touching my food, but I do want to start eating.
I'm sure Marty's had a slice.
You better not give any of the cab drivers that you seem to be best friends with.
No, Martin was cool. Martin found the best way down there for me. We went down to FDR. He's a big fan now. He's listening to the show.
No. I'm sorry. I just said something wrong. We'll take a break, Fezzy. We'll start into our pizza. We'll come right back. It's a Ron Fez show.
I think I'm high right now to eating Two Boots pizza. We're on in Fez.
Cause a week is a month and an hour a day. When you
shoved 2 slices of the Cleopatra Jones down my gullet during the commercial break.
With your past and your future precisely divided at that moment.
Two Boots Pizza, the best pizza in the world.
And then Al Dukes asked for a slice of whatever looks the most normal, please.
What is wrong with him? Al, get in here.
I don't get that at all.
Why do you got to bring down her high?
No, I wanted a slice. Billy said, what kind? I said, whatever looks like a normal slice.
What do you mean normal?
Like just cheese and the crust and the sauce.
You're such a buzzkill.
You see that we have all these beautiful different kinds of pizza, very exotic.
All kinds of different.
You just experience.
Plenty of different toppings that you're not going to find on normal pizza.
You have that weird white cheese on some of them.
It's so delicious if you would just try it and quit being a baby.
I'm sure I don't like that type of cheese, but the slice he did give me was pretty good. It was this kind.
Does he know we're on the radio?
I hope he knows we're on the radio.
Absolutely.
Watch it. The pizza's right on top of you. Watch it.
Oh, somebody got taken down.
There's a blind shot by Billy Staples. You all right, Al?
Billy Staples completely blindsides Al, takes him down from behind.
You okay?
He slammed my knee right into this counter.
Oh, I thought you said pizza. Good. Are the pizzas okay?
Yeah.
He doesn't know how to take down properly.
No, he doesn't.
He did an actual tackle. Sit down, Alan.
He's an animal.
Are you all right?
Have some exotic pizzas.
How's your knee?
Not good. I mean, and then all that big fat weight he dropped on me.
All right, now you're getting personal.
Now you're just being mean.
You know, he's lost a lot of weight since he's been stapled.
Right. Although his pouch is starting to put on weight. I don't know how that happened.
All right, by the way, R.J. Cooper said to us, Fezzi, you're welcome. Because this was his idea for us.
Thank you, R.J. Cooper. Al, look out!
I'll never. Now you knew he was going to take a shot at you.
Yeah, but normally he's so noisy when he comes walking and slamming into everything. I thought I'd hear him.
That's a good point.
But I've never seen anybody feel the need to ride you down.
I never thought that either. I thought it was a throwdown, not a tackle.
You went down in a flash. You went down in a blur. I didn't even see you go down. I saw the door fling open and you were gone after that. I've never seen him move with that kind of speed.
He's like a cat. He's like the big cat, Ernie Ladd.
Yes, with Ernie Ladd now turning 70.
That's mean. You ever say anything nice about Billy?
Hey, I didn't say anything about his big fat weight.
Or Martin or Ben, his new best friends he made tonight?
Marty the cab driver, Ben at Two Boots Pizza on Avenue A.
Here is Dan. Dan, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Dan.
Hey, guys. What's happening?
What
This is my favorite subject, reminiscing about my acid trips.
Sure.
So, I got a million of them, but I just thought this one sounded good. We have a nice favorite spot in the local park. I'm the guy that worked in the donut place, by the way, with Spike and the Donuts.
Oh, great. Sure.
Nice. So, we had a great place in the park. We'd go, and this was the year of the really good window pane. The great year. Great vintage. Anyway, we're in the place, hanging with a couple friends, hanging with a couple women. It's in the middle of the night. We'd hang there all night. So about the crack of dawn, we start hearing explosions, and we don't know what the hell's going on. And behind him are redcoats with muskets.
Redcoats?
Well, now we're all flipping out, running out of the park, screaming. He dives in the river. What it was a war reenactment. This was during the bicentennial. So these people, we're here in Canada, we're walking, we're running through the woods getting chased by soldiers. Just I lost all my friends. I haven't seen them since.
All right, see you later. So let me try to put this together for Tic Tac Head, because he cursed a couple times. He is tripping all night, having a very nice night. Come dawn's early light, here come the redcoats and explosions. And there's a Revolutionary War reenactment going on. And those guys just take off for the high hills.
Because the British are coming.
Here is Mary. Mary, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hello, Mary.
Yeah. Hello?
Yeah.
Good, go ahead.
Oh, okay. This is the first time I ever do drugs in my entire life. I go to the beach with a bunch of my friends.
What beach?
Out in Southold, actually. It was a friend of ours' grandfather's private area, private docks. Yeah, it was nice. It was very nice. A little
that
beach
is
house.
actual private area.
Yeah, private. No.
All right.
So we take these shrooms, right, whatever, and everyone's all experienced. I don't know what I'm feeling. All of a sudden, I start tripping my face off. Walk over to the water, look in, see Gloria Estefan talking to me in the form of alphabet soup, saying, "Hey kids, go out and have a great time."
Oh my God, is that great acid?
So you're staring in the water and you're getting Gloria Estefan's reflection in the shape of alphabet soup.
No, her whole body is just speaking to me like she's about to dance, and out of her mouth comes alphabet letters.
Oh, okay, now I'm with you. All right.
Now, so you could actually read the letters.
Yes, and they were saying, "Kids, go have a good time."
And, you know, a lot of us when we're tripping, Gloria Stefan will come to us and
that's
as the wisest character we have.
Right.
Good night, guys.
Which is weird considering she was in that boating accident.
Yeah, that is
I know. It's very strange.
All right, see you, man.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Mary. Great story.
Hey, Tom, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hello, Tom.
Yeah, how you doing?
Good, buddy. What can we do for you?
Okay, well, I'm at this rave in Dallas, right? This is probably in '94, and I take 3 hits of this red sunshine, right? And anyway, I meet this girl, you know, pretty cute, and she's Xing, like, her ass off. So we go back to my apartment, right? And we get there like an hour later. By then, I'm just starting to peak so hard. Anyway, we go in and sit on the couch in the living room, and my roommate's there. He's just, like, smoking out or whatever. And I just look over at him, and he looked like some kind of weird bird or anything. He was just looking at me real weird.
Sure, of course.
Huh?
Yeah, he's a pterodactyl at this point. Go ahead.
Exactly. So anyway, what is he looking at? And then I look over at this chick, right? And remember I told you she's Xing?
Yeah.
But in my head, I look at her and I'm like, oh my God, I brought home a retarded chick. I start freaking out, man. And so I get rid of her because I'm thinking the cops are going to come. I got a mentally disabled girl here. I'm on acid. I'm going to jail.
Her parents must be looking for her.
Yeah. And so I get rid of her and I go in and sit down and
I am
my
not
roommate's
a retard.
And my roommate's like, why'd you get rid of her? She was cute. I was like, I thought she was retarded. Man.
How'd y'all like to suck my ass?
But she wasn't a retard?
No. She looked it because she was Xing and she was breathing real hard. I thought she was spazzing out. Maybe.
Does a retard drink? I don't think so.
Does a retard drink? I don't think so. The wisest words ever spoken.
Does a retard X? I don't think so.
Tom, that's so funny that suddenly you thought the person with you was retarded. So I'm banging this retarded chick. I'm tripping my ass off.
And the guy who turned into a bird was just disgusted with you because he saw a cute girl there.
Hey, what can I say, man? It was weird.
All right, see you, man.
Thanks, man.
Thank you, Tom.
Hey, Mike. Mike, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, buddies. What's up?
Yeah.
Hey, yeah, I had this one trip. We're from a small town up in Sullivan County. We didn't have much to do except, like, pull bongs and take drugs, basically.
That don't make you a bad person.
No, okay. And we were doing the peyote a lot, and that was a lot of fun.
Again, don't make you a bad person.
And one night we took the LSD on the sugar cube, and we're hanging out all night. And finally, you know, we decided let's just get home, see if we can get to sleep. And that didn't happen. So I throw on my Zeppelin album, Song Remains the Same, and I got this Jimmy Page poster that has this. You look at him from like down below, and his legs look really long, and he started looking like a big circus guy. And all of a sudden, you see his fingers starting to move. It was like the first time I was really hallucinating ever. And his fingers were like playing to the music. And then you had the timpani drum, the John Bonham's drum in the back. And for the first time, you see like a reflection in it. And you see like people moving around in the stage. And it seems like the whole concert was going on right in my bedroom right there with the whole poster and all the music going. And then I had my drum set up in there, and all of a sudden my cymbals are starting to spin, and the whole, you know, it was just an outrageous trip. It was like the first time I was ever really like so far out. I mean,
Are you sure you weren't looking at a TV set?
No, it was my poster with these long legs. He's got that, you know, dragon on the side and the yellow lights coming down on it from the Song Remains the Same poster. It was just like the most awesome trip I've ever had. I never got anything like that from peyote, but man, after that, it was the last time I ever did that, though.
All right, thanks, Mikey.
And it looks like Jimmy Page is walking around on stilts.
Fezzy, our friend Mikey D is on. Mikey D.
Hey, Mikey D.
Hi, Fez. Hi, Ron.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, buddies. Here's a story.
Uh-oh.
I was doing Gypsy with Angela Lansbury.
All right, already I got to stop you. Because no one else has this story, Fuzzy. I'm doing Gypsy with Angela Lansbury. Okay.
We're in Albany, and I had to fly back home, or had to fly back to New York City to do an audition. And my father says, hey, it's a good idea if I throw you on there with Angela Lansbury's son, who's about 25. I'm about 14. Angela Lansbury's son is tripping on acid. We're on the plane. There's a cargo car that goes on the runway, so the plane had to skid out and stop before takeoff. He's freaking out, screaming, we're all going to die, screaming uncontrollably, and then he starts stealing from the stewardesses the little liquor bottles. Mm-hmm. I don't know what's going on. I think he's weird. True to the fact, a few years later, he writes a book that he was tripping on acid. All those years.
With a 14-year-old boy?
Well, my father said, hey, it's a good idea. You're with Angela Lansbury's son. What could go wrong? But little did he know that this guy was tripping on acid all the time.
I think the smartest thing that he did was start drinking those little liquor bottles.
He stole a good amount of those.
Even your tripping stories are Tony nominated.
I know, they are.
Well, that's about it, guys.
All right, see ya, man.
See ya.
See ya, Mikey D.
Mikey D always throws a little Broadway on everything, Fuzz.
It's very nice. Very nice to have that.
Everybody else is going with the Floyd, the Zeppelin, the rave shows.
Instead, we got Gypsy.
Oh, you've had it.
Your son seemed very nice.
Murder, he tripped. 877-692-1027.
Hey, Sean, you're around the fence.
Fellas.
Buddy.
How are you? 4882 calling in. The first time I realized I had to take hallucinogens was I was hanging out with my neighbor. He was a couple years older, and we're smoking a joint, and he goes, see that Jim Morrison poster? I said, yeah. He goes, I took some acid the other day, and it talked to me. I said, wow, great. Well, what did it say? He goes, I don't know, because it was all in Spanish. That's the day I decided I had to start taking that stuff.
All right, Sean, thanks.
Thank you.
Jim Morrison talking in Spanish.
I could do this show all night, Fezzy, but we got to go quick. We'll take one more. Here's Pete. Pete, you're around the Fez. Hey, Pete.
Guys. Hey, guys.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, Fez, I love you.
Thank you, Pete.
That's nice.
Yeah. First time I was ever tripping was in Central Park during a meteor shower.
Wow.
Yeah, we were tripping all night. And
You're playing nicely.
Oh, yeah, we planned nicely. And we were in the fountain, and we were, like, rolling joints, and there were people right next to us. But we're like, yeah, no, it's all right. It's a meteor shower. 8 tripping idiots in Central Park. It was so much fun.
Well, yeah, sometimes it can work out really well.
Yeah.
Other time, yeah.
Yeah, we found the Alice in Wonderland statue, too, and we were just bugging out. It was huge. It was great. Yeah.
All right, my friend.
You guys rock.
Yes, we do.
Thank you,
Yes,
Pete.
There's no doubt about that. We got pizza to finish here, Fuzzy.
Yes, we do. Thanks again, Two Boots Pizza, the location on Avenue A. Thank you, Ben, there.
Tomorrow night, we will announce where we were doing the big-ass night of fights, or we will announce that we're not. We had a place, and we ran into a little bit of hassle with them, and our guys are trying to figure it out tonight.
So we thought we were set to go with that announcement. Apparently we're not. So we'll announce it either way tomorrow.
Okay, so we will see you guys tomorrow night right after Opie and Anthony.
And we'll big-ass simulcast tomorrow. The Osbournes.
Osbournes again?
Yeah. Only a few episodes left.
I hope it's better than last week.
Billy, get the hell out of here! Billy drinks around the house.
We're out of Fez. We'll be back tomorrow at 7 o'clock, right after Opie and Anthony.
Get your boys out. No! Wait! I'm the one who says things.
Oh, tickle my button. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah.
I'm gay.